Hello, my food mood friends. Welcome back. Chandra Zas, Zen Odyssey, gut health made doable without missing out. Okay, I'm pretty excited about sharing this episode with you guys, this topic this week, because it's really where a lot of my fire and passion in gut health is currently. I talk to a lot of people who are in desperate need of gut health help. They have symptoms and pain and a quality of life that is, in my opinion and their opinion, is a lot of suffering. And I love helping these people. I remember what it was like to have my thighs chafing and be constipated and be so uncomfortable in my own skin and so unclear in my own brain. Like, I remember that pain so clearly, and I love helping people get through this stage. I think it's the work that I was born to do in this world. I suffered so much of my childhood that I want to help people get through this. Yeah, and get to the other side. So that is what I do a lot. That's what I do most of the time. And I have had my gut health in a really good place for quite a long time. So I am now motivated by different reasons to maintain my gut health and even further to optimize my gut health. I keep playing with this word elite gut health. What does it mean to be like a superhuman when it comes to gut health? So this episode, this topic is largely from a conversation that I had with my man a few days ago, and it was just a casual conversation. We were doing things in the kitchen and chatting as we were doing things, and he says, "I think that we eat the best of anyone I know," and I completely agree with him. We have a lot of differences. But food is not one of them. Food is really important to both of us, and I love that I'm gonna bring in one of my really dear friends. She described the type of foodies that we are, and her and her partner, where they were talking about us, and they were saying they're not foodies in the sense that they like expensive or fancy food. They're foodies or food snobs. I think they were using the word food snobs in the fact that they really care about the quality of food and where the food comes from. And I feel like this is such an accurate description of us. Like, we will skip all of the fancy restaurants. Like, sure, every once in a while we like enjoy a fancy night out. Why not? But it's not what floats our boat. What floats our boat is really good quality food. And really good quality food in the terms of not that it tastes amazing, not that it's really decadent, not that it's really expensive, but that it fuels our bodies, that it's really the highest quality of meat, produce, dairy, whatever it is that we're eating. We like to find the highest quality possible. And we make that decision every time we go shopping, every time we make a meal, every time we eat with other people, every time we go to a restaurant. It is our priority. It is like our built-in shared priority. And what's really cool is that our little one, she's 3.5 at this time, and she is a product of incredible food. We've made a point of not being super strict. Like, we do occasionally have some sugar once in a while or some flour once in a while, but it's a very rare occasion. Like, she eats fuel. She eats proteins and really good fats and oils. She eats whole grains. She eats vegetables. She eats fruits. She eats like fuel. And my brother, I very purposely don't put my little one on social media. I really want to protect her potential privacy because we don't know what's going to happen in the world with all this technology and stuff. So I really intentionally don't put her out there very much. And my brother came to me last week and he was like, he's like, it's a really like appealing story to share, like what his little niece, what my little one, like what she is like, because everywhere we go, people compliment us on just how present she is, how able-bodied she is. Even her teachers at school asked me to educate the other parents on foods that can actually feed the kids, because they were noticing the difference in my little one. She was like able to regulate herself without a nap for an entire day till 5 p.m. Whereas the other kids were eating a bagel or something and just totally crashing and like having tantrums and everything. And they were like, I think that if the kids ate more of this kind of food, that they'd be easier to deal with, that they would be easier for themselves to manage. So my little one is like a crazy example of like elite gut health, of superhuman status gut health. And we've kind of like come to this, like, we're hooked. We're like seriously hooked on feeling good. Like I remember one night we went out for pasta for a treat. We took a friend out for a birthday dinner and I let my little one have a bowl full of pasta. She turned into a monster. Like she was just like, she had a really hard time. I had to like take a bunch of deep breaths and be like, okay, she ate some weird food. She's like having this, so often I see kids like losing it, and it's after they eat something that's like spikes their insulin and makes them go all wacky. So from the way that we live our life and from the baseline of our family's values of really eating fuel, like really treating food as fuel for our body and brain, and watching our little one and spending time with other people. And I mean, I talk about, doesn't matter who I'm with, when I'm with, where I'm with, I love talking about gut. So I'm always, if anybody mentions anything, I can hear it from across the room, like, ooh, I want to be a part of that conversation. I love listening to people like talk about their stories and how they're feeling in their belly and what's going on. And I think we're onto something like really magical and really powerful and really addicting, but in the healthiest way possible. Like we are hooked, totally in love with healthy food that makes us just feel like superhuman quality. It's like an energy surplus, a brain clarity surplus, an ability to produce and problem solve, more time in the day because we don't eat all the time, we're not sugar crashing, we're not hangry, we're not bloated, we're not food comaed. So many people don't want to invest in their health because they don't have the time or the money. But on the flip side, when you have your gut health, you have time and money. You create time and money. I just want to say that maybe you're not one of those people that has symptoms where you have diagnoses and you're in a really low point of suffering with gut health, which is where most people are willing to make changes. If you're somewhere in the middle and your gut health is decent, but you want to up level and you want to feel like a superhuman, like you want more time in the day, you want more energy, you want more creativity, what do you want? It's possible. And the baseline is gut health. It's what you're putting in your mouth every single day. How often you're doing it, when you're doing it, what you're putting in it, why you're putting it in your mouth. That is gut health. It's cool. It's really, really cool. And it doesn't have to just be about getting out of pain. It can be getting into magical, superhuman, elite gut health status. Come join me. I would love to help you get there. It's magical and powerful. So come check it out. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you next week.